I did a Today in My Blue Journal video yesterday, and
we're not doing it today.
We're not doing one now, no. And quite a few of you said you would like to see a flip through of my art journal. So that's what I'm going to do now. Daryl's going to go and play with Lego, aren't you?
But I'm going to watch a film when I make.
You're going to go and watch a film, are you?
How you doing?
Right, go on then. Off you go and watch your film. Okay, and I will do this. See you later.
Let me just make it.
Thank you. So, this is my art journal, or my creative journal, or my junk journal, or my everything journal. I don't really know what to call it because it's not a true junk journal, and it's not just an art journal. I do, you know, I don't actually draw in it that often. Basically, I watercolour the pages and then I stick shit down. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is take you through it. The cover is from a paper pad that I bought locally. I'm pretty sure this was a local paper pad. That's a bit of washi across the top there. I added 2020 in puffy stickers, drew the one on, as in it's the first book of 2020, because I thought if I go over then I can just make another book and that's fine. Then I put a nice teacup with butterflies sticker there, and then a couple of other stickers there. So yeah, and then I could just cover the whole thing. Oh yeah, there's a doily there. And then I'll just cover the whole thing with cellophane, really. I don't know if I put anything on the back. No, there's nothing on the back. Just the washi that went all the way. So yeah. Right, I'm just going to move my mouse so that I can get it all in the frame. I did a little pocket here for my receipts because I had an awful lot of receipts last year. And I thought, I know, I'll make a pocket. And I loved this paper. And I'm so pissed off because I haven't done anything this year due to COVID. So, you know, it hasn't. I'm going to turn the overhead light on. There we go. So yeah, it's only got about 3 receipts in it, but never mind. I did this Happy New Year pack. I wasn't very happy with it. I didn't like it. I thought it was a bit naff, but there you go. I'm not very good at drawing fireworks. It looks more like sparky cactus. Oh well. Day 1. I loved how this turned out. I think I did that on a live. Can't quite remember. But yeah, yes, it was a Wednesday, so it probably was a live. Yeah, I was really pleased how that turned out. So yeah, good fun. Let's see what else. I was doing challenges back then, so, you know, there's a few writings and whatever, and flowers. This was a picture coloured in by Daryl, which I've kept, and then I received a postcard, so I punched a hole in it, and then, oh, it's from Gail, actually, look, there you go, Gail. Yeah, I received this postcard, and made it like a pocket. The back of it is a pocket. Cheeky. Cheeky little bugger. These were a couple of shells that I did, and I used the paint on that. I'm pretty sure were these. Okay, these are the same as these ones. They're just pastel colours. I don't actually use those very much, and I should do. But yeah, really pretty. Again, more fireworks. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be a marble. Crayons, balloons, so I incorporated that into the 7. I do need to start drawing again. I just haven't found any challenges that really scream to me. Do you know what I mean? And it's just sort of like, I'm looking at them and I look at the first couple and I think, oh yeah, this looks awesome. And then I look at sort of like 10, 11, 12 and I'm like, okay. I believe in here is a little photo, I think. Yes, we went out for breakfast with my friends. Oh, hang on, what's that? Is that a receipt? There's a receipt for it in there. I didn't stick a photo in. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what that is. So this is when I was perfecting my envelope making technique, and I will link to that up in the corner. Yeah, this is where I started getting a little bit brave about sticking stuff in, you know, and trying to make collages. This was when this is a picture I received from the lady who made my dreads, and she sent me these 2 pictures and said, "These look all right." And I was like, "Yes! Oh my god, they look great!" So yeah. Oh, this was a picture that Daryl drew of Alex on his whiteboard, and Alex was like, "That doesn't look anything like me." So he took the whiteboard, and I was just about to get really cross with him and say, "Don't be such a shit, you know, he's only like 4." And then he come back and he went, "That looks more like That's hysterical. This is something I've started to do. I've started to review books in my journal. I've got so many audiobooks now because my mum also uses my account, and she just sends me a message going, "Can you just buy that book? And can you buy that book?" And I'm like, "Mum, you've used all my credits." And she's like, "That's fine, buy some more credits." So I've got loads and loads and loads and loads of books, and I only really listen last thing at night or when I'm out walking on my own. So this year I haven't really listened to that many books because I've got Daryl with me all the time. So it's literally like, and I tend to fall asleep really quickly. So I get maybe 15-20 minutes in, and then the next night I have to hunt for where I last remember hearing it. But this is something I've started doing. I put down a bit of brown paper just to, I don't know, make it pop, I suppose, or to draw my eye to the fact it's a book review. I get a photograph of the front cover. Sometimes that's quite hard to do, just a, you know, book jacket photo. And then I review it. I put little stars down and then I review it. I really enjoyed that one and moved straight on to book 2. And actually this year I've listened to all the books in this series. This is D.I. Robin Carter by Carol Wire. And I really, really enjoyed them. And I got to the end of the books and actually emailed the author. And I'll tell you a bit about that in a minute. Oh yeah, we sorted out our lounge. So this is what it looked like before, which was an absolute mess. And then we tidied it all up and got rid of a load of stuff. And Daryl did really, really, really well. We sorted out a load of stuff, got rid of all the broken and crappy toys and all of that lot. Out with a couple of friends for breakfast. Really, really enjoyed doing this page. I'm not a huge fan of chameleons by any stretch of the imagination, but I just went for it, and I really, really had fun doing that. And the quote just, yeah, the only thing I didn't do was put appreciated. I didn't put a D on appreciated. I've just realised that. Never mind. And again, this one, I'm not great at drawing birds, but I'm really, really proud of how that turned out. And then I had to add a butterfly as well, and I was like, yay! So yeah, again, I quite enjoyed it. My funny fishy. Oh yes, the fruit for the Christmas cakes went in on the 22nd of January by the look of things. Yeah, every year I soak alcohol, fruit in alcohol, ready for the Christmas cakes, and they tend to be very pokey by the time Christmas comes around. And Stuart got me a huge catering jar that held pickled eggs, and after much washing to get rid of the vinegary smell and taste, I now use it for my Christmas fruit. I get about 4 or 5 cakes out of that easily. So last year I believe I gave my mum one, my sister one, a couple of my kids one. Alex took some to wrestling. It goes around the whole place. I love drawing flamingos. I don't know why. They're just good fun. Yeah, and these quotes were lovely. I can't remember where these came from, but these were really, really lovely. There you go, book 2. That again, didn't enjoy that one as much. It sort of a little bit, but I kept going, and yeah, it was really good. Bought Daryl a little Spider-Man bike. Look, yeah, we went out shopping, and I loved that photo. So yeah, I had to print it up and put this on here. This was an invite to his best friend Austin's birthday party, and he really, really enjoyed that. I'm just obscuring her phone number. This was something I saw on the internet and I loved it. Daryl and I hug like that quite a lot. And the quote as well, just Yeah, so I had a go at it and I'm quite pleased with that. I had a piercing done. What one did I have done? Oh yes, I had that one done there. It's called antitragus. That's that little lump just above the lobe. I had that done. This is the school menu, and then I got this postcard off of Post Crossings and I stuck it in using photo corners. The only thing with that is I can't flip it quickly to see who it's from. I have to take it out and look and then put it back in, but you know, that's okay. But what a fantastic building. Then we're into February. I stuck in my doodle challenges here, but I don't think I kept up with them. I was going to do this. This was something I started off doing where I was doing a tarot challenge online, but again, I didn't keep up with it. So I'm a bit annoyed that I didn't really. That's a little sticker, and that's a drawing that I did. My daughter and I went to Island Originals. It's handmade island-based products, like a sort of market, but it's permanent. So yeah, we went there, and then I got, oh, look at this beautiful, beautiful postcard. It's all like shiny. Was that a Post Crossings one? That was a Post Crossings one. Yeah, from a young man called Alex. Yeah, I just thought that was beautiful. He said he sent me this because he'd had a look at my profile and thought I was a very colourful person, because I put on there that I do art and knit and all that lot. This is another birthday invite we received to one of his classmates, which he thoroughly enjoyed. I hand stitched this in because my sewing machine wasn't working at the time. Yeah, don't know what that's supposed to bloody be. I should write down really what it's supposed to be, shouldn't it? So when I look back at it later, I can go, oh yeah. Daryl bumped his head. This is something that started to happen quite a lot. So yeah, this is 2 days on the trot. This is 2 days. 4th of February and the 5th of February. Yeah, bumped head with another child. Caught finger in the gate. I get one of these nearly weekly with Daryl. Yeah. Then I stuck this pocket in and put this stay active. This was this is Daryl's treasure map. Look, he loves to draw treasure maps. This was one side that he did at school, but this side, and you know it's a treasure map because X marks the spot, and there he's write his name at the top. Another breakfast out with my friends from my mum. It's a mum date, I call it a mum date, so that was good because we were doing a thing, I don't know if you remember, that I was doing on Wednesdays at the school, and it was basically, it was like a mini psychology course. It was really, really interesting. So yeah, I had to get that. Some days it's alright to learn the course of your flow instead of competing the high tides. This was Alex's wrestling. Yeah, we ended up having to change venue sort of more or less into the last minute. He did a really, 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 he was in a warfare match, which is where all of them get it, well not all of them, but a lot of them get in to compete, and was in the final 3, which I was like, yes, awesome. My brother-in-law won the tag team championships. Yeah, it was a really awesome night. Really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, not much happened there. Day that I had my dreads done, and I documented it. I had so much fun. My daughter and her partner and my son came with me, my son Matthew. He went to visit a friend of his that lived like about half an hour away from where we were, so I dropped him off at the train station and he caught the train to his friend's house, and he stayed there for the day with his friend and his family. and my daughter and her partner came with me, which was really good because it helped keep the conversation flowing. The lady that did my dreads was very, very nice, but sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable when you're there on your own, isn't it? So yeah, they came with me. So yeah, 6 a.m. ferry. Oh God, I felt like shit. Then I did a map of where we were so that I, could have it. This was her dog called Licker, as in window licker. And he smiles when he smiles at you when he sees you. He's so sweet. And I was really glad actually that I didn't take Daryl, because Daryl doesn't like big dogs, and he's got no concept of personal space. This dog likes to lean on you and all that lot. So I didn't actually document anything until almost midday, because like I said, we were on the 6 o'clock ferry, so we landed in Southampton at 7, and then I had to get there. And I got there, was it 10, half 10, I think it was. I dropped Matthew off at Pontypridd, I think it was, and then we had to drive to her house, which was another half hour. And yeah, we arrived, and yeah, and then it's sort of like we all needed to use the loo. Could we have a cup of tea, and all that lot. And we got started. So by 12, I actually had, I think it was about 3. But yeah, we got going after that, and I just took some funny photos throughout the day. Well, that one doesn't have a time on it. Time's fallen off. Oh no. I have to stick that back on. That's not good. I actually took more photos than I had room for. I wish I'd thought to do them, and I only thought of this the other night, as like a photo strip with the times on. That would have been good fun. Right, stay there, don't come off again. So yeah, so that was sort of half hour later. I was well underway, and then nearly 3 o'clock, most of the back was done. By 5, she'd dreaded most of it and was fitting on the extensions. By almost 7, nearly 7 o'clock, I literally had just the top bit to do. That was just to add the extensions and then to dread my fringe. We got home, let's see, I was so tired coming home. It was really, really hard. We got to Southampton at 10:55. We'd been on the 6 a.m. ferry, and we were on the 10:55 p.m. coming home, and then we had to wait an hour for the ferry because there wasn't a ferry until midnight. We'd missed the 10:30 by 20 minutes, and then we had to wait another hour for the next ferry, which was, the 4 of us sitting in a car. There was no waiting room open, so you've got to stay in the car in February. It was cold. I was tired. It was just like, I just wanted a cup of tea and go to bed. My oldest, bless him, had been with Daryl all day, well, from 3 o'clock. He took Daryl to school. He got up here, came up here with the others, babysat Daryl, took Daryl to school and picked him up for me, fed him tea, looked after him all day long. I couldn't FaceTime because I didn't have decent enough signal, so I didn't see Daryl all day. That's the first time I spent that much time away from him. It was horrible. And I came home and literally crawled into bed. I had a little snooze on the ferry. I've never been so glad to get home at 1:15. I walked through the door and I walked in, and Kyle was sitting there, my eldest, and I said to him, "Thank you so much." And he went, "That's all right." And I said, "Kyle, go home." And he was like, "I'm going." And he walked out. I locked the door. I didn't do anything else. I went upstairs. I brushed my teeth. I didn't even have my cup of tea that I'd been so desperate for. I brushed my teeth and I climbed into bed. Oh dear. And Daryl was in my bed by that point, which was awesome. So I got in and I was just like cuddled straight up to him. And the alarm went off this morning. I nearly cried. The next morning, I nearly cried. It was just like, I've been asleep for like 4 hours. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I got up and I even put makeup on because I was like, yes, I've had my hair done, and I put makeup on and I went up to school and everyone was like, you look like you again. I was like, yes, So yeah, that's my neighbour's cat who liked to shout at the camera, so I just had to take a photo. But yeah, and that was me the day that I got them done, and they've grown a bit. They have grown a bit since having them done, and they've filled out a lot, and my roots are coming through now, so the extensions are actually lighter than my roots, but because you can see the growth. Hang on. You can see the growth that's happened. I mean, I had some hair, but not a huge amount, so you can see, you can tell that this is an extension, because it's so much lighter than my natural hair, but that's cool. I don't mind, you know, that's fine. So yeah. So I was so good because I got up next day and I went out and about. I did not stay at home and sleep. I popped down to see my mum, you know, and all that. Like, we went to a birthday do on the 16th, a few days later. Yeah, nice. Getting more braver about sticking things in. My sewing machine was working again by that point, so I stuck a baked bean label there and a fortune cookie label there, although apparently Galena thinks it looks like a condom wrapper. Okay. Yeah, this was book 3 in the D.I. Robin Carter. Loved that one. That was awesome, absolutely awesome. And the author's really good. Well, me personally, at keeping me guessing. I'm not one of those people that reads a whodunit and try to guess. You know, I might sort of halfway through think, I think so and so's done it, but I don't like, oh yeah, no, it's them. It's definitely them. I read it for the enjoy, or I listen to it for the enjoyment of it, you know. And I think in that one, I had no idea until pretty much they were figuring it out with me, kind of thing, which I absolutely loved. But that's just how I do books, you know. So yeah, New Zealand Aurora. Look at that! Isn't that pretty? Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, pardon me. I received a junk journal pack from Rachel, and yeah, she sent me a few bits, so I stuck a couple of bits down. So yeah, we went for KFC, Darren and I. Still rocking the makeup, look. And then yeah, I just backed this with some tea-dye paper and just wrote on it. So yeah. This was a busy day. This is sticker paper. I had a go at printing on sticker paper. It's alright, but it feathers ever so slightly on the sticker paper, you know, and yeah, I don't know. The picture's just not as sharp, I think, and you know, with the amount that ink costs nowadays, even with the instant ink thing, I would either have to wait until I've got a shed load of photos to be able to fill up a sticker sheet, or just keep using my sprocket. And I think it's just easier to use my sprocket. I like to put bigger stick photos in every now and then, and I probably will do, but you know, for the majority of it, I printed these off. These are the same size as the sprocket, you know. Sorry about that, it's my son walking past my house. He's on his way to work, bless him. And then Barbara, 49 Dragonflies, sent me this gorgeous postcard of Old Vienna, which I absolutely loved, and she did write on the back of it. She took a walk into the city centre to look for a postcard for me, and oh, beautiful stamp on it, which I absolutely love. Horse-drawn carriages. Then this was a junk journal challenge. Make a list of your family members, behind their names, write the reason why you appreciate them. And as you may know, I colour code in my journal, so that's what I did here. I used their own colours to write down each little bit. So yeah, see, this is on the sticker paper. The better thing about this against the sprocket paper, which is that here, is that the sprocket or is that photo paper? That might be photo paper. Is that you can emboss over it. You can't do that with sprocket paper, because the minute you attach heat to it, because they're heat activated, so you will lose your picture. You can't do heat over it. Yeah, but I was quite pleased that I found I could emboss over that. I was really chuffed about that. So yeah, this photo of me in the rain. The day before my daughter's birthday, I was online live, so that's 26th February if you guys want to look, and I'm chatting away to everybody, and there's a knock on my door, and I went to open it, and it was my daughter's partner, and he'd come to ask for my daughter's hand in marriage, and the internet heard it, and we ended up staying online for hours waiting for my daughter to come and show us the fucking ring, and they went to his parents first. I was really cross. I was like, I've got like half the world waiting to see your fucking ring. Do you know what I mean? And she was like, yeah, we're coming in a minute. And they finally turned up, and I'd been online for like 4 hours, and bless, everybody had sat waiting so they could all go, congratulations, when she walked in. It was so cool. But yeah, little baby, she's gone for a haircut. I had a new piercing. That was the one that I had done sort of several weeks beforehand there. That's the outer conch. And then I had that one done as well. So that was done this day. So we went out and on her birthday. And then I stopped drawing things, really. I started sticking a few things in and, you know, got a little bit more comfortable with it. I was so cross that smudged. I leant on it and smudged it. And I was like, for God's sake. Another book review, book 4. And then like I started, you know, slowly adding more stuff in. I applied to go to college and I've been accepted, so I'm really pleased about that. This is a Tim Holtz tag. They're really flimsy. Really flimsy. I was expecting cardboard. Not impressed at all with that. Yeah, I wrote a thing about Daryl and how as he learns to pronounce more words properly, he's losing the baby talk, you know, and I find that quite sad, but there you go. My Fitbit broke. I was so pissed off. The screen literally fell off my Fitbit when I was down at school. Luckily, I caught all bar one bit of the insides, and I didn't realise I'd not caught that bit until I got home and looked it all up. But my friend in Southampton, Debs, her husband has fixed his Fitbit, so I sent it to him. I did buy a new Fitbit in the meantime. I've sent it to him and he's fixed it for me. So my eldest might be getting a Fitbit for Christmas, you know. He's got my old charge, but I think he would like a smartwatch type Fitbit. And the Ionic's really good. So I may either keep the Ionic and give him the Versa 2, which I'm not majorly in love with, or I may keep the Versa and give him the Ionic. I haven't decided yet. I'll have to see. So yeah, but I was so cross, it literally just like fell apart. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah. Yeah, enthusiastic. Yeah, that's what Mrs. Nielsen Graham, that's Daryl's teacher, says about Daryl, that he's enthusiastic. I was like, well, I suppose that's a good thing. This was training. I managed to get a photograph of Alex doing a move called the Phoenix Splash. If you want to know what that is, go look it up, WWE or Wrestling Phoenix Splash. Alex, that's the first time Alex tried it, and I was there practicing my photography. They're very good, the wrestlers. They don't mind me going along, and I just take a shed load of photos and then I upload them and say to them, you can use them if you want, boys, you know, and they're quite happy with that. But yeah, he actually pulled off this Phoenix Splash, and I kind of wish I'd videoed it rather than just photographing it, because yeah, did I video it? I got a funny feeling I did video it actually, but I can't remember. I'd have to have a look now. Blueberry preserve. I love blueberry preserve, especially McKay's blueberry preserve, because it's Scottish and it's lush. Right, this was another postcard I received. Yeah, that was a post-crossing one, I think. And then I had a little go at a bit of collaging, and I also did like background stamping, going to college. Yeah, did a bit of background sort of stenciling and stamping and all that. Kisses from Daryl. And then I thought I'd put a bit pretty washy just to take up the space. Then COVID hit. This seemed appropriate. I wasn't mocking it. I know somebody thought I was at one point. I wasn't mocking it. The world was gripped by, the entire world was gripped by panic by this point. And I sat and thought about whether I should document it, COVID. I don't watch the news. I'm aware of what's going on here on the island where I live, but I don't watch world news. and I didn't want to watch world news to document what was going on. So I've documented COVID as it pertains to me, really. I know some people have made COVID journals and have documented, you know, what's going on around the world. You know, I know there's been riots in the States. People have been shot for telling other people to wear masks. You know, restrictions have been eased here. It was the hottest day yesterday and the beaches were absolutely jam-packed. They've been eased, not lifted. And I personally thought, yes, it's history, but it's so depressing. And I didn't want that. So I documented it in regards to myself, basically, and left it at that. I gave it a black border, is it broad rayon clay, is that what you call it? Added that in and left it at that. Okay, because I didn't want to go much further than that. My pages are stuck together, look. Some of the paint leaked through from one of the other pages. I thought the heart was appropriate because people were dying. I sent Daryl to school on this day, and this was when we weren't really sure about whether we should be isolating or not. He'd had a cold, but he'd gone to sleep really quickly that night, didn't cough all night, so I did send him, and then they called me in at the end of the day and were like, he's coughing. And I said, yeah, but he's not been exposed. And they were like, yeah, but, you know, the rules say that he now has to self-isolate. So I said, look, okay, that's absolutely fine. I will, you know, take him home. And we'll isolate for 7 days. During that 7 days, the rules then changed and it was like, it now has to be 14. And by the time the 14 days ended, we were in lockdown. So, you know, we were at home from the 17th, as you can see, isolation day 1. And yeah, we've been at home really ever since. 17th of March for us, so there you go. This was a throwback photo because on this day, Daryl got his first tooth. So yeah, new tooth. I remember so well. He never bit me during the 8 months that I breastfed, which I'm very grateful for. It's grown so much, and I do miss those days where we would hug. I love this sticker, and it's not sticking very well, but it's like a pastel sort of cup of tea on a load of books, which I just thought was beautiful. That day I had a migraine. I love the look of the stenciling on the background, but it does not make it hard to read. So I either need to use a different colour to journal in, and all of my inks are sort of, you know, I don't journal in black ink. So yeah, I'm going to have to think on that a little bit. That was isolation day 3, and I wrote a little bit on that. This ink, while it is lovely, it's a Winsor Newton ink, and it doesn't flow through my fountain pens very well. So I've had to give up using it, which I'm really, really cross about. And I'm going to try it with a dip pen and maybe see if I can get it to work a little bit better on that. I was feeling a bit down, and one of the prompts was love. So I did a little letter about Stuart there. This is day 4 of isolation. We had to go. This again is sticker paper. Yeah, and that's another good thing. You can make your stickers longer. He was dressed up as Zorro for the day, which was cool. I'm binge watching Gotham. I've actually watched Westworld. I can't believe I haven't filled that out. I have finished watching Westworld. I'm all caught up with it, and I'm actually on. I'm on about episode 18 or something. I need to go check on Gotham. Look it through. Never mind. I've dug out these stamps that I've got. Completely forgot I had them, and I really like them. So yeah, I want to try and use those a little bit more. I reached the end of book 5. Right, which I documented here. Okay, I then emailed the author and I said to her, hi, I've just got to the end of book 5, literally just this minute, yet there's nothing mentioned about a book 6, and it ended on like a bit of a cliffhanger, and I was like, I need to know more. I just have to know if Robin and Davis are reunited. I'm going to be moving on to Natalie Ward now. Great books, I've kept me guessing all the way through and I've thoroughly enjoyed them. I sent that at 5:08, and less than 10 minutes later I had this response from the author herself. I was absolutely astonished. I then posted this page on Instagram and I tagged her. She is now following me on Instagram and Twitter, because my Instagram posts go through to Twitter and it tagged her there as well. And she reblogs when I tag her, she reblogs these to show people that I journal about her books. Oh wow, that's so cool. Yeah. Did a bit of journaling here, and yeah, this is a bit of vellum. It says life is better with a dog, and she's in the sunshine, half in, half out of her bed. That's how she sleeps, half in, half out of her bed. I ran out of tea. Of course, we were still on lockdown. My son, bless his heart, went and bought me some tea bags. So yeah, see, this is that ink in a fountain pen. And it just went shit. So I was really cross. And it's a fountain pen. I'm actually having a lot of trouble with this fountain pen. For some reason, it just does not want to work. And I don't know why. So, yeah. Coronavirus alert. This was a screenshot of a text message we all received from the government. New rules in force now. You must stay at home. And I found this meme online and it cracked me up. It's Boris and it says, I can't trust you lot. You give me no choice. You're all fucking grounded till further notice. And then a lot of people were moaning about the fact that we were in lockdown and we have to stay indoors and all that lot. And I posted this meme from Jurassic Park, and it's the bit where Jeff Goldblum says, you were so preoccupied whether or not you could, you didn't stop to think whether you should. And it's about basically people going out. I had to go at whitening strips during lockdown, and it wasn't very successful at all. And it wasn't until a few weeks ago that I found out it's due to the fact my hygiene wasn't very good. So I'm now doing a new dental hygiene, which I mentioned in the unedited Today in My Bujo from a couple of days ago. Yeah. That's protecting my neighbour's phone number. She went shopping for me, bless her heart. I happened to see her out in the back garden and she said, I'm just popping to the shops. Do you want anything? I was like, oh, yeah, could you get me some eggs and chips? Because I'm going to bake a cake and then I'm going to eat chips. And she was like, absolutely. Again, this is sticker paper. Daryl was watching a snail out in the garden. I was having a cup of tea and the dog was having a sunbathe. Thankfully, she looked right then. She now looks like a walking mess because she hasn't been to the groomers for weeks and weeks and weeks. This was a letter. Who says? Oh, this is from Kelly, my friend Kelly off of Instagram, and my letters moved. Look, it's so bulky. My letters just can't. They don't hold in very well with the washi tape. This is a ball band and some yarn. It's actually purple. It doesn't show up very well on this. I've started a blanket that I'm knitting. I also did some of that on a live as well. It's a big cable thing. Yeah, we baked muffins, so that was good fun. Yeah, see, this ink, it doesn't show up very well on the really dark inks. So, but this is something I'm learning, to do the darker inks maybe down in the corner where I can shove a photo or something over it, not in the middle of the page. We were on day 12 by this point. I received my first Citrus Twist kit on that day, which was good. And then, yeah, we were into April. So I'm going to leave that there because I've already been on for nearly 40 minutes. And when we get to the end of June, I will do the second quarter of 2020 from my art journal. I hope you've enjoyed that. I don't know. I mean, I've enjoyed making this. I don't know whether this is something that people are interested in watching. So I've got the photo for my next book review in there already. What I do is I find photos of the book I'm listening to and then the next book, and then I print two to a sprocket page. Yeah, because a sprocket page is 3 by 2 inches. So I turn them sideways and print 2 next to each other, and then I get a nice little, you know, whatever. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up If you click the book down in the bottom right hand corner, you'll be subscribed, and then the bell, if you click that and click all, you'll be notified when I upload new content. I really do appreciate you joining me today. Thank you so much. Take it easy, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.